Are you curious when the best time and best season to remodel is? Stick around for the question of the day as we get into it later on. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat. Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to y'all Monday through Friday each and every week, and we talk real estate. We talk properties that are new to the market, been on the market, and had a recent price reduction, as well as I answer a question of the day that is submitted by you, the viewers. And to find out more on how you can get your question on the show and answered, stick around as I answer that later. Also, I recognize and thank a sponsor of the week each and every week for their support and allow me to talk about them on the show as well. As you guys are jumping in here, if you are catching this on Facebook, make sure you comment hashtag live or hashtag replay, depending on how you're watching this, so I know. And make sure you like, share this out, tag somebody that needs to hear this if you are watching this on YouTube. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications so as I drop videos and bring you new content, you know that they're here and can come check them out. Property we're talking about today is newly listed house right here in Emporia. Address is 1286 Road 160. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath house, has 2,275 square feet of finished space, listed at $190,000, courtesy of Midwest Land Group. So what is unique about this house? It is just outside of town, sitting on 5 acres, ranch-style house, completely remodeled from the inside out, has a full finished basement with the 3rd bedroom in the basement, has a custom kitchen, custom bathroom, new Pella doors, new Pella windows. It's got a covered patio, as well as an oversized garage that is heated and cooled. How cool is that? Also has a shop that's 22 by 30, as well as a couple other sheds on the property as well. So all you got to do is just click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to my website so you can check out the property for yourself. If you have any questions, all you got to do, shoot me a message through my website or come back to Facebook and shoot me a DM, and I'm happy to answer any question I can for you. Before I answer the question of the day, I do want to recognize and thank our sponsor of the week this week, who is Guion's Showcase. We've talked about a number of different things that they carry there and that I've bought from them as well. They also carry appliances. They carry kitchen appliances. They carry laundry appliances. They carry brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana. They've got all those brands. So whether you are looking for new kitchen appliances as far as refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, dishwashers, freezers, whatever the case may be, click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to their Facebook page, and you can see what sales, what deals they have going on as well. Also from there, you can call them directly or check out their website and see what is in stock on that they have on hand, or what they have access that they can order to and get it shipped into the store, hook you up with a delivery and installation, and you've got brand new furniture, appliances, office, whatever the case may be. Check out Guion's Showcase right here in Emporia, 2023 West 6th Avenue, and make sure you go talk to them and hit them up. If you are curious about how to be a sponsor of the week, all you got to do, just shoot me a message through Facebook or my website, and I would be happy to have a more in-depth conversation with you about how you can help support the channel as well as become a sponsor of the week. Moving on to question of the day. The question of the day is submitted by you, the viewers. I've been doing this a little over a year now. I lost track of how many episodes I've done, but it's been quite a few. And each and every week, and each and every day, I continue to answer a question of the day that is submitted by a viewer. Today's question was submitted by somebody earlier this week, so thank you for the question. If you want me to answer your question on the show, all you got to do, just shoot me a message through Facebook or you can get a hold of me through my website, and I would love to answer your question that you have about real estate and get it on the show. So, question of the day: when is the best time to remodel? Now, this question seems fairly easy to answer, especially this year. Am I right? It seems like we all got this remodeling and update bug around the March or April timeframe, or whenever they put the stay-at-home order in your area. Many locations in the U.S., summer seems like it is typically remodeling season, which makes sense because you got warmer weather, longer days. Now, is there more to consider when you want to remodel than just the temperature and how much daylight there is? Many times, knowing when to remodel is likely to save you not only time, but money as well. And who doesn't like saving money and going easy on their pocketbook? Spring and summer are generally the most popular seasons for home improvement. Really, the best time is going to be when your budget as well as your hassle tolerance is going to be at a minimum. So today we are going to talk about 3 tips for deciding when to remodel your house. Number 1, understanding supply and demand. This is a continuous battle that never seems to go away and just continuously drives, which can be a good thing because it helps stimulate the economy to a certain point. Generally, one of the main factors with supply and demand is how much we pay for goods or services. For example, Halloween decorations on November 1st or Christmas decorations on December 26th. Similar to that, the price of building materials such as paint, lumber, and cement is going to fluctuate depending on the time of year as well as the demand for those materials. For example, look at lumber right now. That's higher than cock on a Ferris wheel, right? Of course it is. And there's no shortage, no end in that in the near future. Keep in mind that the price of materials at the lowest point that you can buy them is not necessarily the best time that you can remodel. Also, if you plan your project in advance, what you can do is it allows you to pick up the materials that are needed when it's at a lower price and when it's cheaper, and just store them until you're ready to get your project started. Likewise, peak season for contractors, generally spring and summer, every single contractor in however big a radius around you are all placing orders at the same time for windows, lumber, flooring. What does that mean? That translates into a greater chance of delays and potentially wrong orders for you as well as them. This, of course, leads into increased frustration and anger, not only on your part as the homeowner, but as well as the contractor, because they're having the same issues. Number 2, contractor busy times may not be the best times to remodel. Now, I do want to preface this. Everything that I'm talking about in here is typically going to reference some type of contractor, because a lot of us don't have a skill like I don't have a skill. If you are handy, if you can do a lot of this yourself, this is still going to apply in some way, shape, or form, especially when it comes to busy seasons and materials. So I'm not saying that if you can't do the work yourself, hire somebody. I'm just saying some of this is going to apply to you as well. Because, for example, the peak seasons and busy times. Here's a good example. Who listening to this or watching this has been to a restaurant during lunch or a dinner rush? I know I have. Or who has been in a traffic jam in a major city? The most memorable one that I can think of off the top of my head is when I was in St. Louis. It took me 2.5 hours to go from my hotel room down to downtown St. Louis for a meeting that I was supposed to be there at 5:30, and I ended up getting there closer to 7 o'clock. Whoops. This is compare. I bring this up because this is comparable to peak remodeling season, because there are certain times of the day as well as times of the year that seem to work better than others. And the point of all this is knowing when to remodel is not just about knowing when to buy the cost or about the cost of materials, but can be about contractor availability as well. Slower time of year means a contractor is less likely to make mistakes because they don't have several jobs going on, they've got fewer jobs. And at the same time, you have contractors that are going to be turning jobs away during peak season because of how busy they are, and then not have something to do in the off season because they put everybody off, or they just said no instead of asking if they could delay it. Remember, times of the year that there are certain times of the year that are not ideal for projects. For example, a buddy of mine that lived in New York at the time was wanting to install a in-ground pool and in his house. And you know, obviously trying to install an in-ground pool and dig an in-ground pool in December, January timeframe, probably not the greatest and smartest time, considering the ground is going to be covered in snow and frozen. So by just planning and having a little bit of flexibility with the projects that you want to do, this may get your project up and running quicker, especially if you plan properly for, say he wanted to do that in March or April, dig his pool, instead of May to July when most people are digging a pool. Doing this is also has the possibility of finishing sooner and having a sooner completion date, which reduces the stress of you, the homeowner, and the contractor, which means if they finish sooner, they can move on to another job. And then, of course, finally, number 3, when to remodel by season. So now I get back to that question: when is the best time to remodel? Best time to remodel is gonna vary by project. You like that non-answer answer? I would recommend starting a project 1 to 2 months before or after everybody else is going to do it. Now, it would be impossible on this podcast to list every single project for an off-season remodel. Just knowing when to remodel is just as important as planning that remodel. So to give you a couple of examples of when would be a good time for a project remodel, for example, concrete. Most people, concrete is June, July, sometimes August. Why not move that up sooner to April, May timeframe or September? Why? Because those months typically have a more stable weather and more stable temperature than the extreme heat. Windows are typically a summertime replacement or summertime project. However, if you move those to early spring or the fall, then you have more time, and you're not just waiting however many weeks like you could be in the summertime. What about building a deck? It makes sense to do it in the summer, right? Well, because of the higher humidity and extreme heat, even though it's pressure treated, it's going to be harder on that wood. So it'd be better to do it in the wintertime with lower humidity. Same with a bathroom remodel or interior paint remodel. Because of the colder months during the fall and winter time, those are going to be better projects to be done at that time frame. Even though you're going to be doing painting on the inside, there's still going to be less humidity to deal with in the winter time than there would be during the summer. And of course, hardwood floors, which we're going to do at some point, instead of doing it in the summer when it's hotter or there's more humidity, we are actually considering a early spring or fall, again, because of more stable weather. So when is the best time to do a project? Well, having said all of that and taken all that into account, it's really going to be when you are able to do it, when you can afford to do it, and when you can find a contractor to do it. By just planning ahead of time and knowing which projects that you want to do and when you want to get them done by, that is going to allow you to have some flexibility to see, maybe I want to do concrete in September, do my driveway, do a new patio in September, and then work on the inside of the house come November, December timeframe, because you're going to be inside anyways. That gives you a chance to get some paint done, and you don't have to worry about the water and the moisture in the concrete freezing during the wintertime. Hopefully that helps you guys. I appreciate y'all watching, and I would love to get some feedback and hear from you. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Spotify, make sure you leave me a review. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know how I'm doing. 5-star, of course, is preferred. If you think that I'm delivering some fire and just helping y'all out. If you think I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, talking out of my ass, let me know. Leave me a 1-star review. Let me know what I can do better, and let me know what you would like to hear on the show. So thank you guys for watching with Matt in the Hat on this Red Friday. You guys have a phenomenal weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday. Y'all take care.